when you point out the flaws of the black community at a time when that's not what this is about, this is not saying never point them out. It's not at all. This is not never saying, I'm not saying never point them out, because yes, there's a lot of times I want to say, go kill yourself. Where is Zimmerman? Please. Now, you killed Trayvon for no reason. He wasn't a criminal. But I got some motherfuckers that you can come get to work on. There's some people that I feel like you're so ratchet. You're so the stereotype, even though I know where this comes from. But you just are so unchangeable and just counterproductive to the community that you need to go. So, kidding, everybody's life is worth saving. But, it's just some people that I'm like, But there are times when this is not the appropriate time for me to point that out. And you have to be conscious of that, because you are either against us or you're with us. It's a counterproductive. It just doesn't go along with what we need to be doing right now. We need to be focused on the wrongdoing of these police officers. We need to be focused on them. The fact that, think about it. Why on earth are these incidents still happening and getting more and more? If once that one cop incident happened where brutality happened and the cop was like, and people said you were wrong and you got suspended, every police department in the country should have said, we need to have some sensitivity training, because I don't want this to happen in my precinct. We need to have some classes on how we need to re-look at our training and go back and make sure our police officers, this is every precinct in the country, our police officers don't do this. We need to have some sensitivity training about this situation. Everybody should have had that. These type of incidents should have gotten lesser and lesser, because they should have learned from previous incidents. But they're not learning. They're not giving a fuck. They're continuing over and over and over and over, because they're not addressing the issue. So you bringing up the black woman's attitude is counterproductive and taking the focus away from what the issue should be. The issue should be on how cops need to deal with the public. It's simple as that. How you need to deal with the public. A little attitude, her being irritated in the car, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. She's being irritated in the car. She wasn't trying to hit you. She wasn't doing anything to you. Her being irritated doesn't stop you from doing your job. You are there to uphold the law. She was not... She didn't turn on her turn signal, so you either can give her a ticket or you don't. One or two. You were going to give her a warning, but if you saw that she had an attitude and she was getting all feisty, then say, oh, you want to be cute. Okay, well, I'll give you the ticket. Here, pay your fine. Do that. I'd much rather you do that than to try to pull her out the car and put your cigarette out and instead of doing all this dumb shit, give her the ticket. I saw the dash cam. She didn't put her signal on. She was wrong in that regard. In that regard. So cool. You was gonna give her a warning, but then when you come to the car and she got all this attitude and give her the ticket. Why you need to even arrest her? Oh, you want to get cute? You want to have an attitude? Great. I was going to give you a warning, but since you're getting cute, fine. Boom. Have a good day, Miss Bland. Enjoy your attitude. Bye. Let me go back to my car. Enjoy your ticket. That's what you should have did. It shouldn't even got to the point of get out the car, put these handcuffs on, and Why? What's the point? She didn't put her signal on. You didn't even need to do any of that. So the focus should be on that, on them going overboard in their authority. We give these human beings the power to have a type of authority, and they go overboard in it. You are there to uphold the law, protect, and serve. That's what you are there to do. You are not there to have a pissing contest to show how much testosterone you got in your system and how much power you got. That is not what you're here for. So if you are a person and you are using this time to take the focus off of that, you are being counterproductive. This is not the time for that. We can deal with the black woman's issue of attitude and the black man's issue of attitude. That's really crazy to me too, because when black men talk about the woman's attitude, they talk about your attitude too. They say you too aggressive and too this and to the issue. You have the attitude too. It's just not the black woman. It's you too that has that same stereotype. They're just so aggressive, and I immediately have to draw my guns, and I immediately have to go into the stance of I'm about to kill you because you can immediately get aggressive with me. When they talk about the black man. But all of a sudden, somehow, y'all got pristine attitudes. And then but the black woman, oh, we too mouthy. Oh, we got to get our attitude in check. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. We need to have attitude with niggas like you. Because y'all are counterproductive. So, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Sometimes it's just not what I see. Yet, yes, there have been black men that have said so many powerful things. Yes, absolutely. They are right on track and in solidarity with black women. I love it. It's beautiful. So this is not to y'all, but to the ones that are taking this time out to victim blame and say things that are taking the focus off the cop. And I really hate talking about stuff like this because when I speak in solidarity with African American women, as an African American woman, somebody, usually the coons, usually my transness undermines what I'm saying. No matter how right I am or how logical I am or how whatever intellectual perspective I'm bringing, my transness undermines my ability to communicate to somebody. Like if I stand in solidarity with black women, it's always, you're not even a woman, no. So why is your opinion relevant? If I'm speaking in solidarity with black men, then it comes into play. Well, if you really cared about black men, you would have stayed a black man. Or my transness undermines their ability for, like, they feel like that part of me undermines my ability to see other social issues in the world, like, and it impairs their ability to actually listen to me logically. So it's hard for me to talk about things like this to people because it's always it's always something. There's always an excuse to why I shouldn't have the opinion that I have, or my opinion is invalid because I'm trans. And so it's kind of, it's just something that kind of wears me out. But I have an opinion about it, so I share it. And, you know, it's all about timing. Like, the point of this video was about the timing of some people who are choosing to speak against black women right now and point out their social flaws. It's just not important. It's kind of like when we have a transgender person die or get killed, and somebody comes and say, well, the girls put themselves in them situations. And no, every situation isn't, avoidable. Sometimes the way society is set up puts you in those situations. And that's not your fault. The way society is set up, the culture, the oppression, the way it is set up sometimes forces you in a corner to be oppressed, to be victimized, no matter what you do, no matter your attitude, no matter what you say. This is how society is set up to lead you to be a victim sometimes. No, it's not always controllable. Sometimes, yes, but it's not always controllable. And if you pick a time or incident that is so blatantly obvious that some wrongdoing has occurred, and you choose that time to point out the flaws of that particular oppressed demographic, you are counterproductive, and you need to get your priorities straight. And that's all I have to say. This is your girl Diamond.